If I listened long enough to you, I'd find a way to believe that it's all true. Knowing that you lie straight-faced while I cry, still I'd look to find a reason to believe someone like you makes it hard to live without. There's somebody else, and someone like you makes it easy to give and never think about myself. What's happening, everybody? Sean Daniel with Guitar Control here. Today we're going to tackle a classic song, Reason to Believe by Tim Hardin. Not Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart version is trash. This is the Tim Hardin version, so make sure to click the link below because I'm going to have all the chords for it. Really easy to kind of sing along, play along with the chords. Kind of a basic chord progression. We're going to talk about maybe doing some chord voicings for chords you probably already know to structure it in a way that is like really efficient to play, okay? So we're going to kind of break this into a couple parts, and we're going to start with this one right here. Okay, so I'm not playing with this with a pick. I'm just using my fingers. You can do it however you want. The first three chords are just going to be C to G to C. Now, something that Tim does a lot is he'll do these hammer-ons within an open chord. Okay, so sometimes you'll see this as a G7. I kind of like just going back and forth playing C to G to C. So now if you see, we're hitting the root note first. Okay, so if you've never played this style before, it's a really great way to kind of introduce yourself to these little flourishes, hammer-ons within a chord. I'm hitting the A string on this C major shape. Again, 3A, 2D, open G, 1B, open E. Okay, so I'm getting the A string, down, up, hammer on with your middle finger, and then another down strum, okay? 1, 2, and 3, and 4. All right, so it's kind of like this one bar reaction that we have starting off here. So if we have 4 bars, the first bar is C, the second bar is G, the next 2 bars, the third and the fourth bar, are back to C. But the important thing, especially if you want to kind of play it like he does it, is to get that hammer-on that C chord, which you can use in any chord, any song that uses a C major. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Back to C. So this is like the first part. If I listen long enough to you. But after that, we're gonna go to an F, to a G, then back to C. So you might notice that I'm playing what some people wouldn't consider the traditional chord voicings of these, because since we're playing a lot of C's, F's, and G's in this entire song, with the exception of 2 other small times where an A minor and a D, D7 chord come in, that's really the whole song, is C, F, and G's. It's great to kind of keep this position where I can play those 3 chords with just kind of small movements of my hand. So whenever I play a C, I'm playing it kind of traditionally. Whenever I'm playing an F, I'm going to get my pinky right behind my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, and my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and then just kind of play the middle 4 strings of that F major chord, instead of having to go C to an F, or G to an F, something like that. And then, from like an F, you can go to a G just by going like this. My ring finger's on the 3rd fret of the low E string, middle finger's on the 2nd fret of the A string, everything else is open except for either the B 3rd fret or high E 3rd fret, whichever one you like. I think he's probably using the one where it's the 3rd fret on the B string, okay? So again, that first part is just to G, to C. Then we're gonna go F, to G, back to C. Then we're gonna jump to this D7, back to G, F to C. So that next string of 4 chords, we're going to break it into a group of 4 chords for this part. D7, which you can always play a D major chord if that's easier for you. Anytime you see a D7, you can have the option of playing a D major chord if you want. It's up to you. But D7 is the chord of choice right here. Ring finger, 2nd fret on the high E string, pointer finger, 1st fret on the B string, middle finger, 2nd fret on the G string. So again, is going to go D7, G, F, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, F, C. Then we've got A, G, F, G. Now that second G in that isn't going to be on the chord chart because it's kind of optional, but I want to talk about the A minor. This is still I'd look to find a reason to believe. So we can think of this as the last part of the verse. A minor. Now again, he's kind of getting a lot of the root note first, and then the chord after that. Again, you don't have to do it, you can just do it. But it kind of sounds a little bit more like the recorded version if you strike the root note. And then I like to grab this G over this A minor. Look to find a reason to believe. I think it kind of goes along with the vocal a little bit better. Again, it's not going to be on the chord chart. That's just something I think you can try to do anytime when you have an A, G, F, then back to G. All right, because anytime you go from an A minor to an F, that's an opportunity to hit that G in between to kind of walk that chord back through the scale. Look to find a reason to believe that someone like you makes it hard to live without somebody else. The rest of the song is just F, G, A minor, G, and that repeats one time. So if we counted it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 again. And da 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 dum, bum 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 bum. Then back to the first part. Back to C. D7. Then to a G, then F, back to C. It's in the key of C. Still I'd A minor G to F, to believe G. Someone like you makes it easy to live without somebody else. Then repeat F to a G, A minor back to G. Start on C, then G, then back to C. Then go to F, and G, back to C. Here comes D7. D7, then G to F, and back to C. Then the A minor walk to F, back to G. Then the F, G, A minor, G part. Somebody else, someone like you, makes it easy to get and never think about myself. And again, the really important part is the okay, so just a couple different techniques that you might want to use. Anytime you see that C major chord, that kind of playing, by the way, if you haven't listened to any music of his, definitely check it out because these little cool flourishes in open chords are something that he really does masterfully, right? Great songwriter, great song. A longer kind of drawn out chord progression that I think really works best if you have the lyrics handy. So again, make sure you click that link below. Cool song to learn. I recommend everybody check it out. And if you have any questions or comments, hit us up in the comments section. Let us know what other songs you guys want to see. Also make sure to click some of these other videos around here by myself, other great instructors. And like I said, really, your feedback is so important to us. If you kind of like the way that I delivered that lesson just by singing the chord names out, maybe I could do more of that. If that was super annoying, save it. That's cool. I totally get it. But I just think really singing along, even if it's just in your head, if you don't want to annoy people, is a great way to kind of like embed the structure of a song into your playing so it's easy to remember. And it's not just something you learn and then forget, you know, a week later. So like I said, check out some of the other videos here on the Guitar Control channel. Let us know what you guys want to see. I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks a lot.